All right, D class, pipe down and listen up. We got ourselves a situation that needs boots on the ground. And by boots, I mean you. And by ground, I mean a place that will probably make you wish you'd stayed in prison. But hey, this is the life you signed up for, right? One day you're stealing car stereos, and the next, you're keeping reality from falling apart. And so, we got a lot to cover today. First things first, I know some of you have heard about the incident last week. Yes, it's true. D-9834 did, in fact, trip over his own shoelaces while fleeing SCP, which caused him to fall directly into the anomaly's reaction zone. Now, I know how familiar you are with the concept of spontaneous liquefaction, but let me tell you, it's as messy as it sounds. But hey, that's why we mop the floors in here every night and not just on Fridays. For those of you concerned about safety, don't worry. We've since implemented a strict double knot policy. So as long as you can tie your shoe and run in a straight line, you're already 10 steps ahead of him. Rest of you, well, just keep moving faster than the slowest guy. That's teamwork. Now, I don't want any of you letting this little unfortunate puddle situation affect morale. We're the SCP Foundation. We deal with worse before breakfast. And if one of you does manage to go full soup out there, rest assured, your sacrifice will be remembered. Probably in a footnote somewhere. And remember not to feel bad when I have to talk about situations like this. You're not property or guinea pigs, for God's sake. Your tax write-offs. All right, so what we're looking at today, SCP-1829, Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-1829 is contained at the vacant Wild Springs Water Park in Addison, Wisconsin, where it was originally discovered. At least 2 Foundation guards are to be posted at the park's gates to prevent civilian access to SCP-1829. Once weekly, SCP-1829 is to be supplied with 25 kilograms of raw meat. This is in Addendum 1829-1. The pool at SCP-1829's base should be inspected following digestion, and any undigested remains should be removed by net and incinerated. As the Wild Springs Amusement Park has been marked condemned since 1979, no further containment procedures are necessary. Description: SCP-1829 is an orange and yellow water slide approximately 19 meters tall and constructed of an unknown material. A spiraling wooden staircase has been connected to SCP-1829's entrance, allowing easy access from ground level. 1829's structure curves twice before ending at a small concrete pool at its base. A pump system attached to said concrete pool supplies water to SCP-1829 on a constant basis. SCP-1829 appears and functions like a normal water slide until a subject enters a section of tubing shortly after SCP-1829's second curve. At this point, microscopic pores on SCP-1829's surface will secrete a flesh-covered aperture of tissue, trapping the subject in place. SCP-1829 will then drain the selected area of water and begin flooding it with gastric acid, effectively digesting the subject. After digestion is complete, usually spanning 4 to 5 hours, the fleshy aperture will begin to dissolve and the digested slurry will continue into a rough intestine where it is further broken down by a caustic mucus produced by SCP-1829. Any surviving material is pushed through peristalsis from the intestine where it will continue down SCP-1829's surface until it is ejected into the pool at SCP-1829's base. As this water is later pumped back into SCP-1829, it is heavily polluted with gastric acid, bile, mucus, and bone fragments. If a subject enters SCP-1829 while it is digesting another subject, or multiple subjects enter the digestion area at once, SCP-1829 will produce additional webs of flesh to contain them until its initial prey has been digested, upon which subjects will be released and channeled into SCP-1829's stomach. SCP-1829 was discovered 4 days after its installation at the Wild Springs Water Park when a year-old child was digested and ejected in front of civilians. The park was promptly seized by Foundation agents and Class A amnestics supplied to all civilians involved. Oddly, SCP-1829 functioned as a normal water slide for the first 4 days of its installation until the incident. Addendum 1829-1. Following a long period without feeding, SCP-1829 attempted to digest its own surface material, leaving several caustic burns in the process. To prevent leaking of SCP-1829's fluids, its containment procedures have been revised to include weekly feeding. Now, this is the testing limits of SCP-1829's digestion. Test 1829-1, 7-4. Subject: 1 live chicken weighing 1.8 kilograms. Results: 4 hours later, small feathers and bones expelled from SCP-1829. Test 1829-2, 7-5. Subject: 1 piece of firewood weighing 2.7 kilograms. Results: 5.5 hours later, small wood chips expelled from SCP-1829. Test 1829-3, 7-5. Subject: 1 block of iron weighing 91.6 kilograms. Results: 7 hours later, block of iron expelled from SCP-1829, completely undigested. Judging by Test 1829-3, SCP-1829 appears to give up on digestion if unable to break down an object after a certain amount of time. This was signed by Dr. Test 1829-4, 7-6. Subject: several iron shavings weighing a total of 1.1 kilograms. Results: as in Test 1829-3, undigested iron was expelled 7 hours later. Test 1829-4, 7-6. Subject: 4 liters of ipecac syrup. Results: 7 minutes later, SCP-1829 violently ejected the syrup along with 17 liters of gastric acid, flooding the pool at its base. Cleanup and draining took hours. Let's not do that again. This note was signed by Dr. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was SCP-1829. Dismissed